Hello, Watched on Your Move Madman, and I'm back. And today is very exciting because today we're going to talk about a brand new film that's just been released in the cinema, and we're also going to talk about the original at the same time. Well, not at the same time, I'll do them separately, obviously. Today we're going to talk about Nosferatu, and we're going to talk about the new film Nosferatu. Now, I picked this up in HMV the other day. It was only $7.99, so I was like, I'm getting that because I wanted to own it. I had it on Google Play. It's also on Prime Video. If you haven't seen it and you have access to Prime Video, you can watch it on there. There's the back cover for you as well. Now, this is the 1922 version, the original Nosferatu. This is the first time the story of Bram Stoker's Dracula was ever told to anyone, apart from obviously people that read the book before 1922. I did hear that apparently the makers of this film were sued by the people that read the book because apparently they didn't ask for permission, so they got sued for using their book without permission. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't around in 1922, believe it or not. We're going to take the plastic off of this though, so let's do that. Cool, that was easy. Let's have a look at the inside, eh? Cool, so there's this massive book on the inside. You see how thick that is? This is on the inside of the case for you here. Loads of stuff about the film. Loads of pictures in there as well. You've got to have a book with pictures, haven't you? And loads of writing. Cool, look how scary it is. Oh, and then you got a nice red disc as well. We've got a red disc, and there's loads of other BFI films that you can watch because this is restored by BFI. Now, I'm going to start with this film because this is where it all began. There have been so many different interpretations of Bram Stoker's Dracula. If you've seen actually the film Bram Stoker's Dracula with Gary Oldman and Anthony Hopkins and Keanu Reeves, and I think Winona Ryder's in there, some woman, they're all in it. If you've seen that, then that is this, but longer. This is only 89 minutes long, and considering this was made in 1922, it's got to be one of the longest films released at that time. It is a silent movie, so that was one of the things that made me laugh when I watched this, because it was basically like watching a Charlie Chaplin film, but he was trying to be scary. So that aspect of it was quite funny. There was a lot of 1922 horror ideas that were just really funny, and it was just generally quite funny, really. I really enjoyed this. I was really surprised how much I enjoyed it. I was really surprised how good it actually looked as well, considering it was made in 1922. Watching a 1080p restoration of it still gave it a really good look. Be interesting to see if they ever do this in 4K. Maybe it will get a 4K release when the new one comes out, because I know the new one's getting a 4K release. But yeah, it's only a PG, so if you're scared of scary things, you don't have to worry about this scaring you. It will just make you laugh, I think, because it's quite old. On the note of Nosferatu, I got to see the new Nosferatu in the cinema on New Year's Day. Watched it in the IMAX with Harry and his father, and we all had a really good time in there. The film looks absolutely beautiful. I mean, obviously it was a 4K IMAX screen, so it was going to look beautiful. I loved how it almost felt like the film was in black and white, but then there was elements of colour in it all the way through to just remind you that it wasn't in black and white. But I really liked that side of it. It had like a blue kind of shadow over it kind of thing. So it's blue, black and white. But yeah, it was really good. I wouldn't have known that was Bill Skarsgård playing Dracula. I only knew because you know everyone knows. But it doesn't look anything like him at all. They did really well with the makeup, and he completely changed his voice. And to be fair, you don't really see him that much. So especially in like the first half, it's like a big mystery. Like, ooh, who is it? Although everyone knows who it is. I spent a bit more time on the boat in this, which was nice. I'm pretty sure in Bram Stoker's Dracula they basically overlook everything on the boat, and in Nosferatu, to be fair, the 1922 version of that, they're on the boat for a couple of minutes, but in the new version of Nosferatu they are on the boat for a little longer. I only say the boat because of The Last Voyage of the Demeter, which is basically a whole film set on the boat, and it's basically that chapter of Bram Stoker's Dracula put into a film. It's probably like the overlooked part of the film, really. Maybe that's why they made it, but I really liked that film. I've got that coming to 4K in February, so when I get that, I'll be able to open it and show you and talk more about that film as well. So it's exciting for you to look forward to, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, if you do get the time, do get out to watch Nosferatu. Do try and see it in an IMAX if you can, because it has been made for IMAX. But yeah, it's definitely very good. It is directed by Robert Eggers, whatever his name is. The guy that made The Northman and The Lighthouse and The Witch. Surprised this wasn't called The Nosferatu, to be fair, but they didn't do that. But yeah, it definitely had his feel to it. It felt very much like I was watching The Lighthouse, but it made sense. Because The Lighthouse didn't really make that much sense to me at all. Even though I know people I know that have seen The Lighthouse and really liked it, still said they didn't think it made a lot of sense. But it didn't have to, apparently. I don't know, it sounds like an excuse. But yeah, like I said, do get out to watch Nosferatu. It's definitely worth seeing in the cinema. Even if you don't get to an IMAX, it's definitely worth seeing on the big screen with the big sounds and stuff like that. When that comes out in 4K, I'll be getting that, so I can open that for you then, and we'll talk a bit more about that film then as well. So that's exciting, isn't it? So there's a link in the description that will lead you to my book, so if you could click on that and look into my book, that'd be really nice. I'd appreciate that. But I'm going to go now, so if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'm going to fuck off. Okay, goodbye.